I know the fucking vibes. Happy motherfucking Friday. First Friday of the New Year's. Yeah, kid. Starting the show a little late, but not really. I mean, not really, really. Not really, really. It's some of the shit I be doing before the show, even though we live. If my platform was big, I'd be like, yo, come on in. Everybody come on in. Pausellini. For you niggas play the pause game. All right, let's get it though. We ain't waiting for no more people to come in. Y'all know how I do. You either rocking with me or you ain't rocking with me. Either way, let's go. Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. They go, ooh la la, ah wee wee. She like, ooh la la, ah wee wee. On the first Friday of the New Year. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What to do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Over here on this side, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page and exit to the left, usher to the right, I'm going to need you to hit that like button. I'm going to need you to hit that subscribe button. Smash that notification bell so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. And we in the end game because it's say goodbye to 2024 and Happy New Year. I mean, like Happy New Year's and welcome to 2020-2025 and all that good shit. If you rock with the channel, then you know I don't celebrate the holidays, you know, the New Year, the Christmas, the Thanksgiving, and none of that. What is it? V-Star, baby? What's the word, young lady? How you doing? We don't really celebrate, but we do acknowledge that, you know, the calendar has flipped over and 2024 is gone. You know what I mean? And off the rip, 2025 started off with a bang. But it does give us the side eye of we've seen this shit before. Some of the stuff. And we'll get to that in a minute. You know what I mean? New Year's starting off, and a lot of people got New Year's resolutions and all that, and you your new self, you your best version of yourself, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. If that's the ultimate goals, to get better, to be better, to do better. When you see a lot of people like, whoa, 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 cut the niggas off when the ball drop, and happy hoes ain't hating, you know what I mean? And hating hoes ain't happy, you know what I mean? Or some Fab and some French Montana shit. A lot of people say they're going to come into the new year and be a different version of themselves with new resolutions and, you know, new goals, new aspirations and shit like that. And I think that's a good thing. I don't necessarily got to be for the new year. Me personally, I try to do that every Monday. And we spoke about this on the channel. You know, I said kiss my lady and all that. Like, you know, Monday, ooh, when you start your diet or you doing X, Y, Z, I kind of start that on Monday, or just try to have the mindset of a new week, you know what I mean? New goals, new aspirations, new objectives. new opportunity to be a better version of yourself. It don't got to be the new year. For some people, it is the new year, and that's okay. They also say, I think like the 10th day or the second week of January, New Year's resolutions is out the window and you back smoking weed, you back in the club, you back doing the mostest. And it's like, damn, I thought you were turning over a new leaf, starting out doing something different. And when you look up, you say, damn, I didn't accomplish that. Or you fall right off. You're going to start dieting. You're going to start working out. You're going to do the mostest. You know what I mean? And we spoke about Thanksgiving, Christmas, the holidays. Like, it's Christmas time. And although people do, set new goals, etc., a lot of times you starting the new year off in the red. Let's start with that. This is just the warm up for the show. This ain't really a topic. This is just the opening. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you on YouTube, give me a like. If you on Instagram, and we live on both platforms. Again, welcome, happy Friday. We live and we rolling. As you end the year with Halloween, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Christmas, Cyber Monday, etc., a lot of people that I know, a lot of people in the neighborhood that I'm from, and you know what I mean, like where I'm from, they starting off the year in the red, meaning they behind. Because they spent all their money on the holidays. They spent all their money on other things. And now what they doing is they rubbing their hands like Birdman. And they waiting for them income tax and them W-2s to start rolling in so that they can catch up for the year that just passed. And so although it's have a happy, jolly, and you in the spirits, you really not in the spirit. That's just a front. You really upset. You really aggravated. You really stressed. You really, at high alert, so to speak. And it's like, you know what I mean? Don't piss me off. I'm my new self for 2025, and no more fucking with the fuck boys, no more fucking with these bitches that don't give a fuck about me, no more fucking with the fan. Like, you cutting people off and you making shit up in your mind. But a lot of it, if we're gonna be honest and we're gonna be real, you know what I mean? As we always do on the channel. A lot of it is financially and money based, because you coming into the year behind. If you was coming into the year up, then maybe it'd be, I'm feeling good, energy is up, we're going to, become vegan, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, but your finances down. And what Jada say? When a nigga money ain't right, that makes things worse. Like, when your money is not right, that makes things worse. And although money is not the say-all, be-all, money does make the world go round. And although the stylistic song, people make the world go round, money makes the world go round too. Whether it's, Bitcoin or whatever it is, money makes the world go round. And if you don't have none, being broke is childish, and I'm quite grown. That's what Hov said, right? And as an adult, if you don't have, if you can't provide, especially if you are a man body, if you came in the form of a man body, right? Those are the requirements that's put on you to be able to produce, to be able to, multiply and provide for, those who's under your protection and maintenance, right? Like the men are the protector of the women and the children, right? That's what the good book says. So if you falling short in that, you might feel some type of way. So bringing in the new year, you want to be, as spry as you can be, but that's not where the energy level was at. And then I seen this, right, on the internet. You see a lot of shit on the internet. Some be bullshit, some be real. This the first time I seen this, though. And after I seen it, I said, that makes a lot of sense, right? The winter time is the death time, meaning like the earth dies, if you will, right? We're not speaking, allegorically, or we're not speaking literally that the earth dies. But the winter is cold, it's brittle, the trees die. Everything, is hibernation time. The bears go to sleep, and you look at the animal kingdom and shit like that. And they say, Happy New Year, New Year, New You, and you say, damn, but it's cold outside. Trees is dead. The day gets darker earlier. Like, this is the hibernation time. Springtime is actually when the trees start looking fresh and the sun and flowers be looking their best. On some Bismarck shit, it's spring again. Like, that's when, you know, everything starts to bloom. You get a good energy about you. You know, the butterflies come around and obviously things like that. And you say in the wintertime it's brittle, it's cold, nothing is really growing because it's cold. You know what I mean? The sun is only up for a certain amount of time, as opposed to the spring and the summer, obviously here in North America, and this is America, where they change the time and they put it up or they put it back to fit the narrative. Right now, ain't really nothing popping. I mean, you know, it's 11:19 to be exact, but the winter time. Who said it was New Year's at this time? Who made it that, right? This is why I don't celebrate or get overzealous. And don't get me wrong, at one time I did. So I'm not sitting on the porch looking down at people like, oh yeah, y'all on that wave and I'm better than you. I'm definitely not doing that. There's plenty of times when I'll put the tuxedo on with the little bow tie, little hard bottom shoes, brought some bottles, went out, had a good time, spent some money, and my mom, we did it up big. We were celebrating New Year's, right? Happy New Year, like 10, 9, 8, whoa. We were celebrating. And then after a while, it's like, what am I doing again? Why am I bringing in the New Year in this fashion? Who made this up? Why are we doing it like this? And you see the little 2025. And I can't think where I put my 2024 at, but that year, you know, that's gone. Who said we should do this? Why are we doing this? I don't have the answers. I probably could Google, like, who made up that we should be celebrating. But anyway, it was a woman. I think I seen it on Instagram, and we live on Instagram and we live on YouTube, and she was like, yeah, don't you think it's odd that we celebrate and we talking about new us and, you know, coming out of the cocoon as a butterfly, the caterpillar, but it's the wintertime. It's not the springtime when stuff is blooming, life is at its fullest. The sun rays is hitting. You know what I mean? You plant something now, it's probably not even going to grow. So how are you growing? Milestone, high wigs, what's the word? Great fire, famous answer, what's the word? That's just a thought, right? But what about the people that cut everybody off and say they on some new shit, new year, new me, woo, and And again, I'm not knocking nobody that comes up with 2025 resolutions. Mine's is every Monday. Every week I try to get better, but subconsciously and consciously for this year, I'm like, yo, you're going to pray more and you're going to dedicate more time to education. Personally, that's, you know, not being a better person, you know, not certain things, because I already have that, you know, installed with who I am. And I think we should try to be the better version of ourselves every day. So that's just the opening up. Let's get to some topics now, right? New Year's 2025. Whoa. You gonna cut niggas off when the ball drop. And as every year, we was rubbing our hands like Birdman, waiting for the Uncle Murder wrap up. He did come out with the wrap up. Mad Skills came out with the wrap up. And he came out of retirement, because I don't think Mad Skills did it the last year or even the year before. Even, what's her name? Valentine something. I seen it on Instagram, and I did watch the whole snippet like 2 times to try to catch all the bars and the lyrics. She's on the fucking, the Wildin' Out, the white chick. You know what I mean? I guess Valentine something, right? Her wrap-up was pretty fire. As we look back upon 2024, what's the takeaways, etc. You know, the biggest takeaways, if you ask me, on an entertainment level that played out in the real life, is the Cat Williams and All Lies would be exposed, etc. She mentioned it. Mad Skills mentioned it. Uncle Murder mentioned it. Obviously, the Diddy, etc. You know, those are the big things. I don't think none of them disappointed, in my opinion. You gotta listen again. Uncle Murder almost did 16 minutes, 17 minutes, and last year was the same. And, you know, as he always say, he ain't gonna do it again. Justine Valentine, that's her name, Justina Valentine, the chick from you know, wilding out. Her shit was kind of fire, I ain't gonna lie. Making, as I was listening to her, I'm like, yeah, somebody might have wrote this for her. That's no not because she a female, but just, you know, I ain't know her to be no rapper like that. You know what I'm saying? But the bars was good. It was entertaining, as you know, as it always is. And you know, I be looking for more people to do it. But in your own estimation, what's your takeaways for 2024? You know what I mean? How are you gonna get better for 2025? But anyway, that's just that. I don't think Uncle Murder disappointed. People are, you know, people's like, you know, shit is kind of whack after a while. 10 years, we get what's the word? We get bored. That's the word. We get bored with people that you know, put on at a high level for a long time. The LeBron Jameses, the Mikes, the Steph Currys, you know, or whoever, the Denzel. You know, movie ain't all that, or he ain't, you know, he ain't dunk on them, or he ain't do X, Y, Z. Bro, they've been putting on for 20 years. You know what I mean? Cortez Smith, what's the word? They've been putting on for a long time. So why are we hating on them? But anyway, outside of that, 2025 started off with a explosion over towering, over the competition. I'm tired of some LL shit out in Vegas. What's the chances of a motherfucking Cybertruck exploding, right, in Vegas? We know that Elon Musk, who owns, or you know, who's the designer, etc. of Tesla, the Cybertrucks. You on the campaign with Trump. You know what I mean? You one of the main characters, if you will. You on the back line with Trump. You giving information, and you strategically, you know, plotting for the election, and they won, right? For those that voted for Trump, or you know, if you voted for Kamala, that's not what we're here to talk about. But we're going to say, damn, an explosion in Vegas. The person that did it in the car off the self, right? Then, you know what I mean? Then the explosion happened. Then on the other side of that is the New Orleans, right? Where they had the Sugar Bowl. And Notre Dame obviously beat the Georgia Bulldogs, right? Ran through a crowd of people. We've seen this shit before. Like, how many times do we got to see this movie before it hits you with the deja vu? Like, New York from the hub, I got love for all. Lie, die in the fire with it while I learned the ball on some Peter Guns and, you know, the other nigga. Like, damn, we seen this shit before. Why is this happening? How does this keep happening? And rest in peace to, I think it's 15 or 16 people that died. Obviously, or not obviously, but apparently, they saying the brother was obviously an American citizen. You went to the military. You know, you got radicalized. And I'm going to be careful with how I say this shit. Grass smoky, what's the word? Because when I was listening to it, I'm like, damn, military, you've been in the military. ISIS radicalized you. You radicalized you. Well, it's always ISIS. Let's start with that first, before we even move forward. Because America loves to over-dramatize, sensationalize the Islamic terrorists, right? For those that are radical, and as a person of the Islamic faith, I can say, stand up here, y'all got embarrassed in the class when the teacher used to make y'all read, Not me. I could definitely get up here, raise my hand and say, yo, nah, some crazy motherfuckers. Islamically, Christianity, the Judaism. What was it? The Jew people, the rabbis that was selling the body parts and all that of the kids and all that shit out in, what was it, Guatemala or Cantonian or whatever the fuck it was, right? And you say, damn, not the rabbis. Nah, they not on that type of vibe. No, yes, they are. Yes, they are. Nah, the Christians and the popes, and they're not touching little boys and girls because they don't believe in homosexuality. They don't believe in it. No, yes, they are. Yes, they are. And yes, they are that even the people that say, you know, Allah's God and woo-woo and I come in peace and you going to leave in pieces, even those will, you know, do the mostest. And they'll do some wild shit. And you'll be like, damn, I thought you was religious. I thought you believed in God. I thought you thought life was precious. Yet you Jihadul Akbar and you doing some other shit and you killing innocent people. And for this brother here, so they say, was in the military, which I have family in the military. We talk about this all the time. Family on, the New York Police Department, etc. Right? He was supposed to want to kill his family. But he said, nah, because the way the media going to spin it, I'm going to look crazy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just go kill people I don't know. I'm going to go maul down people I don't know in a big truck, etc. Have a shootout with the police and, end up dying on falling on a sword and dying. He say, damn, bro. They say you was in financial ruin. You was hurting financially in your business, etc. And your best course of action was to go kill innocent people? I don't understand that. Good looking, Gray. I don't understand that. Why are you doing that? What are you getting out of it? And what DMX said, right? Like DMX on forget the name of the song, but it was he like, you looking for me? Here I am. Now you coming with me. Where he went to the precinct. You know what I mean? Like, y'all looking for me? Here I go. And you do some shit to the to that type of department, as opposed to regular people.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
I'm ready to pair. Well, let me stop that.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
We'll stop that. Why are you hurting innocent people? That's like my only thing. And then it draws the attention of the side eye and say, damn, is the government really doing some shit? Then they paint in the picture in the narrative that it's somebody else who divorced his wife, had financial, issues and was going under, gonna kill his family. And that's because that's not Islamic. That's not even innocent people. That's not Islamic. And again, that's not to say that somebody that, bear witness or change their religion like I did or whoever, you have a change of heart, that you can't do some radical shit. People do radical shit. We see it all the time now. It's actually not even surprising to me. And I often play on the channel, and one of the quotes on the channel, if you rock with me, I appreciate you. What I'm gonna say. When you put the beat on, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed. I'm not amazed that somebody got, that the woman got set on fire in the train. I'm not shocked and amazed that the towers fell. I'm not shocked and amazed that the New York City Police Department chief is boning these joints and writing it off on some pay for play shit. I'm not surprised. Do you look at it like, damn, that's kind of outside the lines, that's kind of crazy? Yeah. But am I surprised? No, I'm not. Nothing really surprises me no more. And that's a bad thing, people. It's actually not a good thing is what I'm saying. What I'm saying, I use that to say like, yeah, we seen some shit in our lifetime, as probably you, depending on your age and, what you see. So it's not surprising. It's not like you wake up and fucking the first day of New Year, you walk out, nigga dead right in front of the building. I mean, well, not literally, but stabbed up in the store, right? I say, damn, nigga stabbed up in front of the store. First day, and I often, say that because I don't celebrate New Year's no more. They're like, yo, what you doing? You going out? You doing woo, 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 X, Y, Z? Nah, I'm chilling. I'm a witness the new year come in, so to speak, right? And hopefully get to the new year like we did. And then you don't want to be one of the first. I mean, you don't want to be one of the last to get taken out in the new year. And none of us know when our time is. So let's just be clear with that. But soon as on 2025, what they do on the news, they show all the new babies, right? All the newborn babies, the first babies that's born in 2025. You also see the news spinning of unfortunately, the first people that die in 2025. And that leads us to this. What is it? Mr. Hodge, unfortunately, 118th Street. A chick named Chaya stabbed him up. Who gonna order first? What? Yo, let me get a chopped cheese. Know what I mean? Like, let me get a chicken. You know what I mean? Like, what? Who gonna order first? Chick end up stabbing a man, killing him, postal worker. right there on 118th. And when you hear the news, you say, at least according to the store people, they ain't released the footage. Obviously, police gonna get it and etc. At least right where I was at, where the person I was talking about, the guy, you know, he was around the neighborhood, kind of drunken, kind of crackheadish type of, you know, and I don't want to diminish his death. You know what I mean? Obviously, all life is precious. Rest in peace to him. May the Most High have mercy, and condolences to his family. But right outside where I'm at, right there, bang, bang, stabbed up. And within the first it's the third day, right? I ain't tripping anymore. The third day, it's Friday, it's the January 3rd. 2 people open up the new year right here in Harlem with death. And I got the knife, I got the Jason knife right under the Freddy Krueger gloves, you know what I'm saying? Like stabbed to death. And y'all know on the channel, if you are OG on the channel, when you've been rocking with me, you know what I'm going to say next. I want a quick death and an easy one. I don't want to die horribly. I don't want to get burnt up. I don't want to fall from somewhere high, break my bones, crack my skull. I don't want to drown. You know what I mean? Obviously, none of us can control how we're going to die. But I'm just saying, as a human, like some of us, when we're talking about death and how you're going to go, or how some of your family members or your loved ones or just other humans, how they perish and how they go back to the Most High. Definitely don't want to be stabbed up. And to hear that it was a woman, right? Because we often talk about women disrespecting men or agitating and trying to antagonize men, and then when the man flip and do some shit, we get on the channel, right? I know I do. I say, I tell the women in my family, my nieces, my cousins, my whatever, like, yo, don't be arguing with no man. Don't be going at it with no man. They gonna punch you in the titty or do you dirty and exert rather the strength that the Most High gave us as men, more than women, right? Faster, quicker, could jump higher, be stronger, fuck you up. You know what I mean? Even though you tough, like it's tough women, especially in the ghetto, and it's rough in the GHETT. There was plenty of tough women, right? But you still ain't gonna beat no man. Not on a regular basis. Like we may have some instances where, Respucia and Norma or Eddie Murphy, you may get some big old, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, sit down, or, I'll put you in your place. And what was the chick name? What was it? LA Sparks, or not LA Sparks? I don't know what team she was on, but I think she was from London or whatever. The big joint, you know what I mean? Big WNBA player. And she was having a thing with the coach. And she was like, listen, little man, you know what I mean? Because he was smaller than her. And she was taller and bigger in stature. And like, listen, nigga, pretty much like I sit on you. You know what I mean? Like I do you dirty. If we was to get into a physical altercation. And that could be true. There's some women that can whip niggas' asses, men ass, of course. But that's not the norm. And then to hear this chick, let me get her full name, had a case in 2020 with some knives and some weapons, right? And I'll say, damn, like how you let yourself get stabbed up in the store multiple times? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, my guy. And again, none of us know when we're gonna go. None of us know how we're gonna go. And the reality is we all gonna go to the place that we're gonna die at. That's the facts. You say, I'm scared of flying. Y'all fly, I'm going to drive. Like, just say you want to go to LA. This is just a made-up scenario. The people you going with, they go fly to LA, right? 6-hour flight, 5-hour flight, red eye, you know what I mean? Whatever. You going to drive to LA. Or you going to take the bus. They fly to LA because you scared to fly on planes, right? And we've been seeing a lot of fucking crazy, weird shit happening with planes. May Allah have mercy on those people, and condolences to those that lost loved ones, right? You drive, or you get on the bus, but the bus crash. The bus go over a cliff. Your friends or your family make it to LA safe. You don't. You know why? Because we all are going to go to the place where it's time for us to demise, or for our demise. None of us is gonna Neo Matrix 52 block our death. None of us We all gonna go to the exact place where we supposed to die at. And from ashes to ashes, dust to dust. And you know what's next. Once the lights go off, they don't come back on. This ain't a flick, you ain't gonna come back on. You not that strong. You knew it was wrong, but you asked for it, baby. And so that's just crazy, right? But the lady now, allegedly, maybe kind of sort of, she in the tombs wondering what the fuck happened, and now you done. You gone. You stabbed him up. I don't know if he hit back or whatever. Again, I didn't see the footage, but according to the store owners or the people that was in the store, they're like, yo, it was trivial. They was arguing over who was gonna order the chopped cheese first. And let me get a little extra, mayo on my shit. Let me get a little extra pickles and onions. Like, bro, you going at it with a ghetto ration? Gotta be ghetto ration. You already got instances with knives. You already got cases where you going, pull out and you ready to pop off. And you El Chapo. Now you locked up and you never coming home because he died, unfortunately. You're going to get life probably. And even if you don't get life, 25 flat, that's 23 years. 20 flat, that's 8. Like, you're done. You're done. And all for what? Because he wanted to go first or you wanted to go first and y'all couldn't figure it out. And this is the last thing before we, start going to these other topics. I got a little bit of time tonight. I'm not going to be like we was last week. You know what I mean? But I do got a little bit of time. Me personally, because I won't say prone to violence. Definitely, I'm going to say I'm prone to violence. I'm going to say I was a hothead. Definitely a reactionary. Like, oh, what? Like, what? I'm a crash out. Not like that now, fortunately. But I was, like a lot of people. Now it's like, whether it's a woman or a man or whatever, when I see people ain't in their right mind or they got an attitude or they coming in and they got a certain energy, no, you can go first. Oh, no, I'm going to hold the door for you. Thank you. No. Go ahead, ma. Go ahead, my guy. King of the Bloods. King of the Nieto. Oh, you want some gangster shit? And AZ and, that gangster shit? No. What? No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, my nigga. I don't want no problems with you. That don't make you soft. That don't make you a sucker. That don't make you a lame. That don't make you a pussy. That don't make you a fag. None of that. What a nigga say? You a pussy, you a punk, you a fag? No, that don't make you none of that. What it makes you is aware, conscious that shit can happen, bro. Especially in New York or wherever you from. Wherever you from. And the police always come after the fact. After the fact, bro. In fact, even when the young brother, and again, can't even think of his name, but obviously we made this a topic, and I spoke about it, talk about the homie who know him or whatever, right there in front of the Schaumburg Library, got got killed. I did a show about it. People that knew him, they was a little mad at me, etc. Police was right there. They was right there. Right there. 2 female officers, 1 male officer. In the SUV, the Ford, right? We in front of them, they in back of us. We see this shit clear as day. Bang, 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 bang. Shots go off. Wow. Like, nigga laying there, shot up. And rest in peace. And condolences again, right? Because after the news talk about it, it's over. They don't talk about you no more. You're not nobody. You somebody to your family. You somebody to those that love you. But to the grand scheme of things, you're nobody. And even if somebody kills you on some big shit, you still nobody. Unless you was an entertainer or somebody in the public eye with some celebrityism or some fame attached to your name. You're nobody. Killed that young brother, right? Ain't nobody talking about it today. Ain't nobody talking about it today at all. I'm talking about it. I brought it up a few times. Killed him dead. Police watched. Just like we watched. Bang, bang, we watching the shots go. I'm like, oh, shit. Know what I mean? And they got out the car, looked at the brother, obviously probably fighting for his life still at that little bit of time. Then they called the ambulance, and we kept going. I mean, we was on our way to do what we was doing. But just to see that it happened in real time. Police never come really before this shit happens. You call now, yeah, somebody broke in my house. Like, you call them after the fact. My cousin is standing here bleeding. He got shot in the head. We need an ambulance. Like, the damage already is done. And we can And if they can be there before, then it would be different. Like, oh, nah, police going to be here before shit even happens. And sometimes maybe that's the case. But overall, they coming afterwards. And so just like if you in a car and you going about your business, the defensive driving courses is for you to be aware and maybe anticipate other drivers doing some fuck shit. It's the same way when you come out of your house. You know what I mean? Even with women. And for you to sleep on women, right, like I get it, man, most likely you're going to be able to handle a woman real quick. Put them down, you know what I mean? But not all the time. Especially if you're not mindful and you ain't paying attention. And they hit you with the mayo all of a sudden and you done up. You know what I mean? It's plenty of times that happen. There's plenty of times, plenty of videos where we see women getting the best of men. Maybe because they ain't calculate right. Maybe because they underestimated. Maybe because they turned their back, or you know what I mean? But the point that I'm bringing up and the point that I'm trying to make is every day for me, when I walk out, I know it could be the last. These are my thoughts. This ain't not making this up. I don't want you to pray for me, but you can, you know what I mean? Pray for Popovich, you know what I mean? Like pray for me, right? Every day I walk out, I know that it could be the last. And that's why, you know, people of the Islamic faith, when you walk out your house, you say a prayer or a dua, like, you know, let me get back, protect me when I walk out, let my feet move right. Like you say certain things so that you can make it back, because every day that you go out, you might not make it back. And you don't got to be doing nothing illegal. You don't got to be down with no gangs. You don't got to be bothering nobody. You could just be sleeping on the train because you're tired and you work construction, and that's a back-breaking job as a man, right? And you're not flag waving on some woman shit. You're doing back-breaking work and you tired. So you coming home from work, sleeping on the train, and some fuck shit happen and you could die. That's the facts. And that's reality. Be mindful of who you around, the energy that's around. I'm always mindful of that. And, you know, for this brother, again, you know, we off this topic, but to hear that he got stabbed up and died and, you know, stabbed up multiple times, and then to hear like, oh, she got a MO of doing this shit. This is what she do. She already got a history of the knives and, you know, cases with knives. I mean, don't get me wrong. Men could be, you know, overbearing. Hey, Ma, come here. Hey, Ma, what's up? How you? Like, we gonna get high tonight? But you don't answer. So it's fuck you, bitch. You know what I mean? And niggas could get overzealous. So, yeah, you need to carry mace. You need to carry one of them shits that pop out, them hard-hitting shits. Tell my nieces, my little cousins, you know, people I love in my family, especially the women, no, carry some shit. And be proactive. Be vigilant. Be mindful. Don't just be on your phone. We was in the car today, chick on her phone like this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, we making a U-turn, but yo, you ain't even looking at it. You're not even paying attention. You that much in your text. You that much on Instagram and TikTok, and you in the matrix. You're not even paying attention to what's happening in real time. And, you know, for the brother, again, to be stabbed up multiple times, you know, maybe she just jumped on him and started jigging him. And like 50 Cent said, you cut a nigga, he keep fighting, just keep cutting him. Like, you know what I mean? Eventually, he gonna be like, oh, you know what I mean? Eventually, you gonna you keep cutting them and stabbing them, they gonna, you know what I mean? Like, damn, you know what I mean? So, it's unfortunate. It's definitely unfortunate. Brother working, when you read the story, they're like, yo, he a good brother, and woo, 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 and lost his life being a postal worker. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to this iced tea shit, right? Let's get to iced tea. You know what I mean? Colors. What is it? SVU unit or whatever, sexual assault unit and shit. And we fuck with iced tea. West Side. And it's a video of him spinning in the clip. I think I got it. I won't play the whole video, but I do think I got the video. Yeah, I might have seen it. He arguing with the police. I guess his license is suspended. Police look like it's giving him a hard time. He's like, yo, I'm going to pull out my camera and woo, woo, woo. And I don't got the video. I thought I had the video. Sometimes I be saving this shit. Sometimes I should be going somewhere else. Matter of fact, one more thing. Hold on. Maybe, let me see if I got it right here. Is this it? No, that's not it. All right, anyway, y'all seen it's a viral video of Ice-T, the OG in the hip hop, arguing back and forth with the police. I don't know what state they in. Probably Cali, you know what I mean? Probably it's LA, big city of dreams. And, you know, one could say the officers being an asshole. One could say he's being an asshole. And this is coming from a person who, you know, drove with a suspended license when I shouldn't have been driving. And even driving with my license and everything is good and you have an interaction with the police. Granted, he is famous. He is a celebrity. He is in the public eye. He is a little older too, so maybe, you know, the younger officer or the younger people, you know, on the force may not know who he is, but once you know, you take the license, etc., you run the plates, etc., you're like, oh, it's the nigga from, you know what I mean, SUV, you know what I mean? It's the nigga from Law and Order or whatever the case, right? And you see him like, yo, leave ultimately he like, yo, give me the keys, because Ice-T, he wanted to park the car and walk to the DMV. And some people is, you know, when you look at the different videos of this shit spinning in the clip and the different reactions to it, a lot of people is like the police is wrong. A lot of people are like, yo, they could have let him go to the DMV, they could have let him do this and woo, 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 and as I like to say on the channel. My thought process is coming from somebody that's broken the law plenty of times, right? Not bragging about it, I'm just saying what it is. This is who I am, right? And even if it's in the past, right? Driving with a license, driving with no license, having interactions and altercations with police physically and not physically. Like, fuck out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we could get disrespectful. They doing their job. You feel like they doing the most. As a celebrity, you say, damn, yo, your license suspended, my nigga. Your registration is expired, my nigga. Like, certain things is like, yo, if it was a regular person, you probably wouldn't even have got that leadway to say anything. It's like, yo, step out the car. Fuck, give me the keys and park and I'm going to tow your shit. I'm going to search your vehicle. We're going to lock you up. Because even though you're not drinking and driving or we can't see no, you know, no marijuana or nothing and we don't smell no marijuana, once I run your plates, give me your license, give me your insurance, oh, your shit is suspended. Did you know it was suspended? No, I didn't know. Okay, but it's still suspended. Registration is expired. Like, bro, then I think they said it was 2022 or 2021. I think it was. Well, I wish I had the video. Say, damn, it's 2024. It's 2025, my nigga. All right, I mean, like, we just got into 2025. How are you driving around? Then he said, I got mad cars, right? Like, I got mad cars, 7, 8 cars. You a celebrity, you rich, cool. Then he like, yo, I'm going to start filming you now. You being an asshole and woo, woo, woo. And it's like, people. We see the, what's the dude from the Miami Dolphins? What is his name? The black nigga. Tyreek Hill, right? Cheater, right? We see the altercation with him in Miami, and they rustled him out the car, slammed the child on the hard concrete. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who you think you is? And people would be like, yo, they was wrong. Ooh, the Stephen A's, the big platforms. And it's like, bro, roll your window down, right? Not because you black, it's like, it's different from us. And it is. Let's be clear. Again, I've been in the right and I've been in the wrong. And obviously when you're right, your chest is puffed up with pride. Like, nigga, my license is good, registration is good, insurance is good, we ain't smoking, ain't no drugs in the car, ain't no guns in the car. Nigga, fuck the police. Like, fuck the police. Like, you Ice Cube coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad because I'm brown. Like, fuck y'all. I'm good. Even with that bravado of not doing anything wrong, you still dealing with the police. They still could do you dirty. And you could get a lawsuit. You can, you know, get them fired, possibly, if the case is, you know, really magnified and publicized. And what is it? Crump, you know, attorney Crump. You know what I mean? The new guy. And I'm being funny, but I'm not when I'm talking about him. Yeah, all those things can happen for you. But if you in a certain area or you in a certain place, like, they still could do you dirty. They still could fuck you over and make it difficult for you. Even if you comply. For the people in the back. Yeah, I was complying. They still pulled me out, threw me on the ground. They still, know what I mean, pull my, like, yeah, we know that. throw you on a motherfucking hard hood. I mean, the hot hood. You know what I mean? With your face on the hood. Yeah, we familiar with that. Nigga, with boys in the hood. When a nigga put Trey and them on the hood and put the gun and the black man was like, you know what I mean? Kill you, nigga. Yeah, we know that happens. Of course we do. And so, celebrity or not celebrity, how do you move? And again, I only seen the snippets of the video. I didn't see the whole elongated video, but just from my observation looking at it, I'm like, Ice-T, you driving without a license, bro. Where the fuck is your driver and your chauffeur, bro? You ain't got to drive without no license. You can call an Uber. You can call a motherfucking chauffeur. You rich enough. You old enough. You know the game. So how you going to get mad at the police for saying, yo, you're not going to park the car? He could have. Of course he could have. Of course he could have. But we know they also want to knock you down. Are you a celebrity? Are you a wide receiver for the Miami nigga? That don't mean nothing to me because I work a fucking 9 to 5 and I got to bust my ass to feed my family. And all you doing is catching motherfucking touchdowns and all you doing is acting like the police. You ain't no real cop, nigga. Maybe that's how you felt. I don't know. And I'm not justifying the officer's assholeness, if you will, right? But for Ice-T, again, if you know, again, it's different if you don't know. If you caught a ticket, you ain't pay it, you was neglectful, you ain't know some shit, you know what I mean? You driving. That happened to me a few times too. You know your license suspended? Nah, I didn't know. And I didn't know, you know what I mean? Or it was a ticket or it was whatever, unpaid shit or some shit, right? Well, we got to take you, yeah, could somebody come get the car? Harlem on 196. Can somebody come get the car? Yeah, somebody can come get the car. Can I let you park the car? Yeah, I can do all that. But I don't have to. I don't have to. I don't got to do nothing. All I got to do is what the law say. That's what they supposed to be doing. And so when you see the video of, you know, Ice-T is his celebrityism going, then he's an OG. This is another thing. Like, bro, you an OG. You ain't no young spring chicken. You know what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you wasn't even supposed to be driving. You was supposed to have a chauffeur take you to the DMV. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, the DMV's over there. You could just follow me, but that's not my job to follow you. Why the fuck I gotta follow you to the DMV? Your license is suspended. You're not even supposed to drive a fucking inch. You're not supposed to be behind the wheel. You know what I mean? And you know, for the drunken drivers and the mother against drunken driving, or you know, even smoking now. You know what I mean? In New York State, obviously, weed, recreational smoking is illegal, but not driving is smoking. So if you drive, and we see it all the time now. We've seen it before it was legal, just for side note and for transparency, right? We see it all the time, like big fat blunts. Niggas is riding around, women is riding around, like everybody getting high. And you riding around dirty, you know what I mean? You doing you, but it's not legal. It's legal to smoke recreational, but not to get behind the wheel. So if you get pulled over for said smoking, you in the wrong. You can beef, you can get mad, you can run from it, you can dread it, but destiny arrives all the same. And I'm surprised they didn't lock him up. Going to the hard concrete. Listen, nigga, you pulling out your phone, you getting out the car, you getting overzealous. I don't care if you Ice-T. I don't care if you was in a whole bunch of movies. We don't care about that. The law says if your L is suspended, you don't supposed to be driving. It's that simple. That's it. Nothing else, y'all. But I'm right here. I made it. Like, y'all, I know I wasn't supposed to drive, but I made it all the way down here. The DMV is right there, 10 feet away. You can follow me, matter of fact. I'm going to give you my license. I'm going to show you. Like, I'm going right to the DMV. I came yesterday. They told me to come back. They're like, yo, well, you had an appointment. Yo, you don't need an appointment. Some places you do need an appointment. I know when I went, especially during the pandemic or whatever, they're like, nah, you need an appointment in Harlem. In fact, only day you didn't need an appointment was on Wednesday. So it's like, nah, you need an appointment. He like, oh, you ain't need an appointment? Nah, I know who I am. All right, cool. They see you on SUV and Law and Order, but you're not supposed to be behind the wheel. So how did you get here? You got here by breaking the law, and that's unacceptable. So people, my whole point of not making this topic long and drawn out, do what you're going to do, first of all, because we all human. We all gonna human, and nobody can tell us shit, and we gonna get it how we gonna get it. Hey, Aunt Deborah. My Aunt Deborah, Happy New Year's. My Aunt Deborah's in the building. Get it how you get it, folks. Do what you're going to do. But just accept the consequences. That's it. And that's why they tell you, or, you know, when you go through conflict resolution, you go through your triggers, what triggers you. You know, took all the shit in prison, ATR, what is it, RTA, ATR, you know what I mean? And your palms start getting sweaty, you start, you know what I mean, feeling a certain type of way. You could do what you want to do. But whether you're right or you're wrong, it's always consequences. So before you do what you're going to do, just know that you're going to have to deal with those consequences. And if you can accept that, then cool. I mean, plenty of people go out and break the law every day. And you know what I'm going to say next. Noriega, right. You hate the law, nigga, break it. I don't care. But when you get caught, remember that. I don't care. Like, you can break the law. I don't care if you break the law. But when you get caught, don't hit me on the phone like, yo, I need commissary, yo, you know, my medication or whatever it is. Like, yo, they ain't feeding me in here, woo, 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 and And even the innocent people have to deal with that too. So let's be clear. It's not just the people that's breaking the law. Innocent people get done dirty too. The same way the people that break the law get done dirty. But the point is, if you consciously breaking the law and doing shit, when you know, hit the wall or they come book you, book them, Dano, as my Uncle Jay used to say, book them, Dano. Don't come to us crying, or don't be boo-hooing and crying and like, yo, they violated me. They ain't have to throw me on the ground like that. They ain't have to, you know, snatch my earrings out, snatch my wig off, take my coat off. It's freezing or whatever it is. Like, no, you broke the law. And you got to deal with it now. That's the facts. And even if you're innocent, you got to deal with it. I'm talking about the people specifically who break the law. Don't drive without a license. Don't drive drunk. Don't drive high. Don't be speeding doing this shit either. Like, if you're gonna do it, like, this is the thing too. Like, people that drive high, drive drunk, do shit, drive dirty. Like, you riding around dirty, but you speeding. You're not signaling. You doing shit to where if they, you're not stopping at the stop sign. Like, always stop. Especially if you dirty. Like, stop. Look both ways. Then, proceed. You just casually and you keep going like, woo woo. No, I stopped. No, but you didn't stop all the way. That's really the law. You got to come to a complete stop. And that may seem trivial and like, nigga, you being an asshole. Yeah, they being an asshole. What else are they going to do? They fucking officers. Most of them are assholes. Let's keep it a buck. Most of them are assholes. Not, you know what I mean? That's just what it is. Anyway, let's get to some other shit. Let's get to this Jeremy Rivers professing his love for the love of his life at the Washington Commanders game. Think they beat Atlanta Falcons. And normally this wouldn't even be a topic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the only reason why I'm making it a topic and gonna give my couple of little thoughts on it is because it's a black and white dynamic to it, if you will, right? He's black. His fiance is white. You know, another pro athlete, basketball, football, and what have you, right? Because they all go to the pros and they all get white women and snow bunnies and snowflakes, and they leave the sisters high and dry. To where most of the, sisters be like, where did all the men go? And it's like, damn, why these niggas always fucking marrying these snow bunny bitches, right? That's how some of them feel. And that's why I want to talk. And although the little caveat is, it ain't all black women talking about this shit. It ain't all women running to the internet, having an issue with him, getting on one knee and proposing to his high school sweetheart. But it is a few. It is a few. And that's what we want to address. It's like, listen, sisters, ladies, like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? You don't even want to get married. You don't even care about the sanctuary and the institution of marriage. You want to be a 3 or 4 your whole life. You want to be single, not all, but again, most don't. Not in this new era. And y'all new niggas, Y'all some new niggas. Same thing with the women. Y'all some new women. You ain't like my grams and my moms and certain people that have been married for years, and you know that era is gone. It is. You can run from it. You can dread it, but destiny arrives all the same, right? And the lot of rhetoric or the talking points and the hot button topics is black, white, women, and men going at each other, and how much you make, and does being a wife validate you, and does that if you're not married, does that make you less than? And most women be like, I don't even want to get married. That shit don't mean nothing. That shit ain't nothing. Till you hear Young Miami, Young Miami. I'm being funny, but I'm not, right? Because she recently came out, and it's not her topic, but it does correlate. We see you say you getting peed on. We see you say you like certain things and you was Diddy Lou's side piece. Now you say you want to get married. You want to settle down. You want to be a wife. Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. Be whatever you want to be. Get it how you get it and do what you want to do. And you know what I'm going to say next if you rock with the channel. Like Ghost and Ray, you're going to come out in your own way like the Purple Tape. Cool. You want to be a wife? Be a wife. You don't want to be a wife? Don't be a wife. You don't think marriage is sacred? And cool. If you fit in those categories, though, this is what we want to talk about. Why you even have an opinion or a comment about this man, how he decided to propose, and who he decided to propose to. He ain't proposed to you. He ain't proposed to you. And this goes out to you and you, or some Biggie Smalls like this goes out to you. This goes out to you and you and you. Like, this goes out to anybody that you don't care about marriage. You don't think about marriage. That ain't on your agenda. It don't make you less of a woman. Not having no kids don't make it. And none of it doesn't. Nobody says, yo, if you don't get married, you miss the mark on being a woman. Nobody says that. I don't say that. I don't subscribe to that. Nobody says if you don't have no kids, you miss the mark as a woman. I don't say that. I don't think nobody really get on. But some may say, yeah, well, having kids, woman, you are meant to, or your body is designed to produce and bring forth life through the Most High, etc., like that, right? And that is true. But just because you fertile and you can have kids, don't mean you should have kids. Because we see plenty of circumstances where women, men alike shouldn't be parents. So those are horrible fucking parents. Those are the worst parents on the planet, right? Like we all can say like, yo, Kareem Akbar, she is the true leader of the CNB and she should have never been a parent. He should have never been the father. And like Bubba, not Bubba, Chubba, whatever his name was from fucking Rocky, you should have never came back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you should have never came back. I'm going to beat you to death. Some people should never have kids. They should never be parents. And I often say, like, if I ruled the world on some Nas shit, yeah, it would be strict strategic rules, laws, and regulations. This is just me. That's why everybody shouldn't be in charge. I'm just telling you, for me, from a personal standpoint, nah, everybody ain't having kids just because you got a womb, just because you got a penis and you can shoot on. Nah, we're going to go through these checklists of things. And it's like, oh, nah, you don't qualify. You got the body parts, but you definitely ain't being a parent. You definitely ain't being a mom. You definitely ain't being a father. That's just how I feel. Some of y'all might agree with me, and then some of y'all might be like, who the fuck you think you is? You ain't woo, and nigga, I'm a good parent, and woo, and no. Some of y'all are fucking horrible. That's just the facts. Some of us, you know what I mean? Some of us don't qualify to be parents just because you can. And what's the saying say? Just because you can do something don't mean you should do something. So, it's just like he married, he proposed to who he wanted to propose to. Why are you mad? Why is this even an issue spending on social media and on YouTube and TikTok and people making videos? Oh, but because she's white. Not but because you're black. Like, oh, but you're black. No, but because she's white. It's an issue. Because he got on one knee, pulled out the ring, your wrist bling bling. My shit bling black. Like he proposed. It's his high school sweetheart, folks. It's not that serious. Why is it an issue? Why are so-called black women up in the raw? And then when you see other black women, right, divesting. This is the words and terminology that I be learning, being in these YouTube streets, running across these social media platforms. And nobody got an issue with certain people. We've been live 1 hour already. My Instagram went off. We're gonna recalibrate. Got a little bit of time today. Why y'all mad? You don't want to be a wife. You don't want no husband. You don't want to be no Will Smith and Jada. You don't want to be no Papoose and Remy Ma. Do you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you? So what's the issue with the brother proposing to his high school sweetheart, getting down on one knee, tying a knot, being with somebody that's down for him, that's rocking with him, right? Because, you know, as a lot of the videos that's spending on this particular topic, some is like, yeah, you know, what's the guy name from fucking the Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan, right? And we seen the video of, or we seen the clip, and we covered this story of the radio personality, like, oh, he was lame, and they was laughing at him. And a lot of people, or for a lot of men, that women deem as lame, a nerdy type, or, you know, not a bad boy, you don't got the leather jacket, you ain't got the tattoos on your face. So that don't really make you tingle. That don't really get you, you know what I mean, feeling a certain type of way. And so the guy that's just regular degular, so you think he's boring, he's lame, he don't do it for you. It's boring on the date. Talking about regular degular shit. But the guy that pull up in the, you know, what is it, the Dodge Durango, or, you know, whatever, you know, the Viper or whatever, they driving a motorcycle again, got the tattoos or got the leather jacket. You might have seen a gun in his crib, or, you know, he hanging out with a certain type of people. So you think that's the wave. And the other brothers that get looked over, they lame until they come up. You know what I mean? No, man, what's the word? Until they come up. Now you swing back around after high school, after college, after you did your little 1-2s in college, and, you know, all the athletes and the, you know, the other people, they ran through you, or you dated them, etc., but they really showed no interest. Now you swing back like, nah, I want that regular degular guy. I want that guy that was into math and science, or wanted to start his own business. What's the guy, the Black Panther dude? I quoted Michael B. Jordan, but the fucking, ironically, the producer of the movie, and we covered this topic too. When he like, yeah, I was dead broke. His wife that he's still with now, he was like, yeah, I didn't even have the $300. That's all it was, $300. A measly $300 for the program or whatever it was for him to start writing and developing his ideas to become the man that he is now, which is a great, you know, film writer and producer, right? Wakanda forever. He like, yo, you know, my wife asked me like, yo, how much is the program? Or at that time, that was just his girlfriend. What was the program? Or woo, woo, woo. And he like, yo, it's $300. He ain't have it. He ain't had $300 at that time. But she stayed with him. She actually brought the program, or brought whatever it was. He did what he did, produced Black Panther 1 and 2, gonna produce 3, and he's, you know, was it Ryan Coogler or whatever his name? I want to think of his name. And he's a big shot now. He's a big deal now. A lot of women, $300. You ain't got $300, and, you know, I can't fuck with you. Can't rock with you. So why are you mad that he's showing loyalty? He's showing devotion. He's showing that he's a real one, although the skin color may not be what you like, or may not look like you, that he down for the woman that supported him, that was rocking with him. Well, he supposed to go get with somebody that wasn't rocking with him? And I get it, because, you know, these athletes, you know, they marry outside of their race, and then when they die, they get out the league. These women divorce them, take everything they got, and then their legacy and their money goes to another race. Okay, that may be true, but it can happen no matter what race you are. And we in the era of marriage being on the decline. This is something that we talk about ad nauseum too on my channel. Not because we want to be like quoting manosphere, quote unquote, talking points, but I talk about it from a sense of I got plenty of people in my family that's married. Been married, my moms, my grands, my aunts, my cousins, etc. Married for years, like years. I was even married, right? And so, you know, I believe in the institution. You may not. Do what works for you. But again, Boo Diddy, what's the word? 7 Fly, my guy, Happy New Year. What's the issue? He with somebody that he was with from the jump. She was with him shooting in the gym, so to speak. He ain't was shooting in the gym, then got with, another baddie or somebody that wasn't there. She was fucking with him. So why he can't rock with her? Why is that an issue? And we be the first to say, ain't no loyalty, ain't no this, ain't no that. We be quoting them shit. And it's like, y'all just talking just because you can talk. That man ain't do nothing wrong. You mad at him for the wrong reasons, and you really should be looking at yourself on why you ain't married, on why you don't think marriage, like, not him. He doing what he's supposed to do. Another thing I seen, I forget who the other player was, but I think it is it's either an NFL player, and I should have looked it up so I could be more accurate. It's either an NFL player or a basketball player, right? And he proposed to his wife to be his fiance, but I think he like rented out a stadium or he did some shit, and it was some women like, oh, this is how you're supposed to do it, because the way that Jeremy Reeves, the way he did it after the game, cliche, will you marry me in front of all the fans? I think the video was like, you don't want to propose to your wife to be where other stuff is going on. It's like, yeah, we won the championship, but we got married on that day, because it's like, it's taken away from the other. So it was like, he did it wrong, but he did it right. He rented out a place. And when I was watching the video and the comparison of the two, they really was just pointing to the fact that one spent a lot of money. He did rent the place out and, took security, had a, brought there, etc. So you could say thought was put into it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, the person you really about to lock arm and, you really about to lock in with, they could change your whole life for good or bad. You pick the wrong baby mother, you pick the wrong wife, your life could be turned upside down. Same could be said if you pick the wrong man. Ladies, you let the wrong nigga come in you, oh, your life is changed for the worse. Yeah, your life is going to be changed for the worse. Fellas, you pick the wrong lady to shoot the club up with, your life is going to be changed for the worse. Whether you got money or you don't got money, your life is going to be changed for the worse. So these are the things, if you are uncle, you are aunt, you are mom or father, you got young kids, nieces, nephews, little cousins, etc. This is what you need to be instilling in them. You know what I mean? Like your partner, your life partner, that's one of the, the most consequential, things you can do in your whole lifetime. Especially if you like gunning to get married. Now, if you ain't getting married, again, it could be a baby moms, it could be 2 or 3, and we see the futures, we see certain people, even if you got it, even if you got the money to help with the child raising, etc., it could change your whole life. So that's why it's important for you to vet, and even when you vet, you still could be, wrong. Let's get to another trending topic. We ain't gonna be here too long. We ain't gonna be here that much long. Let's talk about this Elliott Wilson shit, right? He was on a podcast. I can't think of what podcast he was on, but pretty much I guess he's a journalist. Talking about the Cam and the Mace. They responded back. They clapped back. And pretty much he was hating. He self-proclaimed like, yo, I am hating. I thought he was kind of like playing. Saying it in a plainly way, rather. You know what I mean? Not like a real hating on niggas. Like, yeah, I'm really hating on y'all. I took it as, thought he was a comedian when I first seen the clip. I just take it as he was like kind of playing around a little bit. But this is the issue to me, right? They clap back like, yo, you a sucker. You know what I mean? You outdated. You know what I mean? Like, you outdated, so they say you fresh out of money. But your clothes brand new. How silly is Sonny? Like, they don't got a clue reading for dummies. You worry about who I'm wifing. They bitches is ugly. Like, you know what I mean? That's a great Fire reference. Like, your bitches is ugly. They clap back. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it is what it is. And, this is the new wave. This is the new era. On some Draymond Green shit, like, this is the new media. And it is. We are living in times where athletes are no more just catching the ball and dribbling and shutting up. They got opinions. They got thoughts. They got, they got connections. They was once players. Some of them, not all of them, right? They got connections, etc. You see, the Fat Joes, the Camerons, the Trick Daddies, the rappers. They talk hosts now. You know what I mean? They got not journalists. That's where I want to like bring this up at, cause he like, yo, they not journalists. He might have went to school to be a journalist. I'm not a journalist. I'm not a reporter. I'm not an investigator, and I'm not a journalist. I get on here on Friday nights. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now, and I talk my shit on trending topics. I give my opinion. I give my spill. I see how, I see it how I see it, and I talk about it. That don't make me a journalist. And even though, as I say on the channel, on Friday, when I decide what topics I'm going to talk about, because I don't have no set or preordained topics. I say it's Friday. I know I got to go live later. What's trending? Oh, the post office man got killed. What's his name? What age he was? Who killed him? Where did it happen at? That's not to me, that's not a journalistic duty, or that's not, you know what I mean? I'm just getting it so I don't get on here and say, yo, it happened in Brooklyn. And even though you can misspeak, you're like, oh, no, it happened in Harlem. I said Brooklyn, but it was a mistake. You still just want to be accurate in what you're talking about. Baby got snatched, or the car plate, whatever it is, like, Jimmy Butler wanted to get traded. You just want to be accurate in what you're conveying and then have an opinion on it. But you're not being a journalist. You didn't go to school for journalism. And so people like, yo, he hating. Obviously, Cam and them fired back. People like, yo, I'm siding with Cam and Mace. But I get what he's saying. It's like, the Manos of the world, the kitchen sinks, or whatever podcast you had. Anybody famous. You know what I mean? Stephen A. now. You've been on TV for years and years and years on First Take and ESPN. Now you on YouTube and you got your own channel. Cool. Nobody's knocking that. And I like Stephen A. on his own podcast. It's a little more raw, a little more, transparent. Obviously, when you're on the Disney network, you can't say certain things, and, you can't curse. So to see the slightly unfiltered version of certain people is like, nah, I'm rocking with this. And for me, to see Cam and Mason Betta, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool to see him. Like, oh, you was rapping, now you're not rapping. You was acting, now you're not acting. You're still businessman. I'm sure Cam got a few business ventures. But to hear them talking about sports or talking about trending topics and, niggas having the same baby moms and fucking the same passed around joints, it's entertaining. But they're not journalists. They're not. You know what I mean? You didn't go to school for that. It is a profession that you have to go to school for. You have to be trained, and it's a certain things that you look for. You're not just giving an opinion or having an opinion on a trending topic like I do. Being a content creator like I am, and other people that's on YouTube, your favorite, wherever you go, especially for the people watching on YouTube. I appreciate it. You watching on Instagram, you ain't really on Instagram. Like, when you go to YouTube, you watching a video 5, 6, 7, 8, some even half an hour videos. You going for that. You ready for the sit down and you watching. On Instagram, you might just be swiping TikTok, swipe to the left, like something catch your attention. You might check it out. You might see a fat ass, or you might see a car explosion, or somebody getting beat up. You're going to watch it. You know what I mean? You might see a cute little cat video, a baby video, and then you on to the next. YouTube, like, you go to YouTube to watch it. You know what I mean? Like, you going there to watch. You're not journalists, though. You're not reporters. You're not news anchors. You ain't, you know what I mean? Like, you're not that. You former rappers, actors, and, and businessmen, that's aside. But you're not journalists. So for somebody that went to school to be a journalist, you know what I mean? You went to college to, all the ins and outs and how you, source out things, how you search out information. That's totally different than me getting up here, you know what I mean? Drinking some Kool-Aid, talking my shit on Jimmy Butler or people getting killed or Donald Trump or whatever it is. I'm just giving you an opinion, and you fucking with it or you're not. That doesn't make me a journalist. So in that regards, I don't think the brother is hating, even though people are like, yo, that nigga hating. Is he really hating? Or is he just pointing out like, yo, no, niggas, I went to school for this, and it's not Kool-Aid actually, but it's simply, it's my shit. Is he hating, or is he just pointing out like, yo, I went to school for this shit. 20 years, 15 years, and you hear, I quoted Stephen A. because even on First Take, if you still watch, a lot of people I know they don't fuck with it no more. You hear him like, yo, I was a beat writer in the Philadelphia Inquirer for for a lot of years. Allen Iverson, I was going in the locker room, being a beat reporter. Now I'm talking my shit, but somebody else to just come on and say they got the same, degrees as me or the same, experience as me and just name themselves a beat reporter is like, nah, nigga, you not no beat reporter. I did this shit for 20 years before I jumped on First Take or, Cold Pizza or whatever it is. I did this for 20 years. I went to school for this. So I am this. I could show you, my resume. You just jumped on, you got a rap song, you hot right now. We're going to bring you on the network to talk about, the Super Bowl or whatever it is. You're going to give your spiel, but that don't make you a beat reporter. You could tell me the Knicks going to win. And my Knicks lost tonight too, by the way. OKC, they beat them. You could tell me XYZ, but that doesn't make you a journalist. Doesn't make you a reporter. You just have an opinion, and that's okay. So I think also the last thing before we get off that topic, the hate part. Everybody got haters, right? Everybody got 1,000,001 haters, right? And again, maybe Cam and them do, right? Maybe people that's in the public eye, you do got haters. But I often quote on this channel a lot of times, a lot of haters is invisible. Niggas don't got haters. You don't got people that's preying on your downfall. It's all in your mind. It's all just stuff that's perpetuated on social media. Hated this and hated that. And we might got to blame P. Diddy and Mason them, like PhDs and niggas hating on you. Like, you got the niggas that see me. You got niggas that are always mad that I'm with they bitch. Then you got the PhD niggas, like the player hating niggas. Maybe we got to blame them because they've been talking about this since 1999, 1998. Whenever Mason, when did Harlem World come out? Fact check. I was in Elmira. 99 or 97, somewhere around there, when they was using the player haters, you know what I mean, and tell them why you mad. Nigga driving $400,000 cars, and I'm on my 4th album. It's my 4th album, B. And I got John Blaze shit. Like, I got John Blaze. And these niggas is not recognizing. That's all homie was saying to me. Like, yo, I got degrees. I went to school. And these niggas is not recognizing. But because these niggas is famous for rapping and, wearing pink coats and all that, now they got a little podcast and everybody fucking with them. Yeah, that part might be a little hate, but pretty much just what he's saying is like, listen, the famous people, they reinventing themselves, jumping on these podcasts, getting podcast deals, and to my knowledge, I ain't counting their pockets, but this is something they put, Cam and Mason Beta, they got the bag, like they got the real big bag, right, for doing how many episodes or whatever, right? And good for them. Kudos to them. Black men getting paid doing what they like. That's a Tribe Called Quest reference. Black men getting paid doing what they like. We love that. I love it. He only pointing out one got a degree and one is recognized as title, label. One just got celebrityism and, fame off something else. And because the people are interested in that, they come to your podcast. They come to your platform to see what you got to talk about. Because you was famous off something else that they was rocking with. Now you jump into what Fat Joe said, right? And we talked about Fat Joe last Friday. He ain't the topic this week, I don't think, right? When he like, yo, I want to be the Oprah Winfrey of hip-hop or some shit like that, he said. It's like, yo, bro, cool. This is during the pandemic. You know what I mean? You on live, you on Instagram live. That's when he first started. Now I think his show is on Amazon Prime or one of them networks or whatever. But I remember when he first came out and said it, I'm like, damn, Fat Joe want to be the Oprah Winfrey of rap? Not the best rapper, not have the best album sales, not have the best bars, not be known for the best pound for pound lyrical ability, Now I want to be the Oprah Winfrey of this shit. And we see Queen Latifah, LL, Ice-T, who we just spoke about. You know, you come into the game or you get presented to the people in one fashion. Then 5, 6 years later, you're a book writer. You are this, you are that. Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, right? The Black Mamba. He got a documentary coming out. I don't know who's behind it, but I know CNN is starting to spin the commercial. I think it's coming out on my brother's birthday, January 12th or January 10th, right? Capricorn, stand up. I know we got mad Capricorns that run in the circle, right? Even though Scorpios, we the best. You know what I'm saying? But they like Kobe Bryant, a legend, woo, woo, woo. And some of the clip that they spinning of him, he like, yo, I don't want to just be known as a basketball player. And he's one of the greatest. And we can get into Kobe, LeBron, Mike, Kobe, LeBron. Like, you want to be like Mike, Kobe, and LeBron. Like, you know what I mean? No matter who you taking. And I'm going to take Kobe over LeBron. But he like, y'all don't want to be just known as a basketball player. And what did he do after he retired? Then he got a Grammy or whatever, not a Grammy. What he got a prize? What the fuck did he get? I think it is a Grammy or something of a prestige. I can't think of it. Award for the documentary or the movie he put out or the film or whatever he put out about basketball and shit like that. And it's like, yeah, we see plenty of people coming to the game as one thing, and then they morph into something else. Like, yeah, you came in the game dribbling the ball, but then you became a Nobel's Peace Prize winner. You became a director. You won a Grammy or you won an Oscar or whatever it is. You came in the game and you did something else. That's great. LL showed us that, right? In the House, came out, I'm bad and I'm that type of guy, then jumped on TV and in the House. Then after that, he was a police officer. Like, you know what I mean? Now he back in 2024, released the album all these years later. So you could do multiple things. No, nobody's saying you can't reinvent yourself. We just talking about the labels and the titles. You know what I mean? And you can't be one thing if you ain't go to school for it. Now. You don't got to go to school for that. Dame would say, yo, shout out to Dame, right? Dusko Poppington. And then we on to the next topic. He'd be like, yeah, I was a music exec or whatever, but I don't got the title for that. I didn't go to school for that. My ex, right? Worked in the dental's office. Could do all the shit that the dentist could do. Just don't got the degree. She's just a dental assistant. But if you went in there, could fill your fillings, clean your teeth, do X, Y, Z. So some people got the experience and they actually do the job of a set title. They just don't got the degree. So that's kind of different. It's like, nah, I ain't go to what is it? I was about to say dermatologist, but what is it? Cosmetology or whatever it is, cosmetology. I don't got no degree. I didn't go to school, but ain't nobody could do hair better than me. Ain't nobody could cut hair better than me. I'm a master barber without the title. And you want a challenge? Set it up. Give me some clippers. I do a fade in 10 minutes with my eyes closed. That's how nice I am. That's how nice I am, right? And so that's different. So I just think, Elliot, obviously everybody gonna side with Cam and Mace because they popular. And they, a lot of us grew up with them or on them as far as their music and, Dipset, etc. Mace running to Atlanta. And that's you, Mason Betha. I'm being funny, but I'm not. Yeah, like that's you. You ran down to Atlanta. That's what they said, right? We ain't see you in mad years. Then you pop back up on some murder shit. Nah, we ain't buying that. But anyway, I don't think it was hate. I think it was just pointing out like the difference between me and you, and the people may like you better because of your past career, which is okay. You know what I mean? And that's like Angel Reese, which we're going to talk about right now, and she decides to quit basketball and become a fans-only model, right? And that's got the internet and the uproar. I ain't know Jeff Teague had a podcast, but I'm not surprised because Draymond got one, Playoff Pete, Paul George got one. Everybody got a fucking podcast, right? Like I got a podcast, I got a YouTube channel, but everybody got a podcast, and it's cool. Like I'm not mad at the NBA players, the NFL players, Michael Parsons. Everybody got a fucking podcast. You go on YouTube, Everybody got a podcast. No Smoke podcast. That's one of the famous ones with Stat and the fucking Matt Bonds, right? Like everybody got a podcast. Cool. That's the era we living in. Niggas got shit to say. People are interested. We gonna tune in. And she was and I'm not saying that's what she said she gonna do. And she was to completely stop playing basketball, like right now, talking about right now, today, at the height where she at right now, and say, yo, I'm gonna be a fans only. And she got a podcast, right? She had Shaq on there. What people gonna say? They're gonna tune in. Gonna say, oh, Angel Reese got a podcast. Angel Reese is fan. You're gonna tune in because of the celebrityism of what you were first initially found out or was rocking with them with. Then when they switch careers, because the popularity is still lit or bubbling, you're gonna tune in. So somebody that wasn't a podcast, just say an unknown person, they may be known for podcasting or having a YouTube channel. Put years in. Channel could be lit, right? Like I think my channel was super lit. Maybe not with the viewership and the views and the subscribers, but you can't tell Lee nothing. Like I'm betting all them niggas. So put me up against them. I'm betting on me, right? Because that's my money, son. I'm betting on me. But because you're a rapper, you was an ex-athlete, you woo, you come with a podcast now you blow me out the water. Because I don't have the celebrityism as you. I can't compete with you. Fat Joe, Jadakiss, Joe Buttons, you know what I mean? Like, and Mano, Jim Jones, Cameron, I can't compete with y'all. Because y'all was known for being rappers and you had millions of fans. You sold CDs, you was on DVDs, etc. Now you talking about this trending topics like me. You think they're going to tune into me or they're going to tune into you? They're going to tune into them because you know them. You fuck with them. You was rocking with them. They got fame. And I'm going to live forever. I mean, like, you going to fuck with them. So if Angel Reese say, you know what? Fuck all this Caitlin Clarkson shit. Fuck all the WNBA, because like she said, I'm living above my means. Like, I can't even pay my bills off this WNBA shit. I can't even buy turkey and cheese off this WNBA shit. Now I'm about to challenge. So she already got the podcast. She had Shaq on there, and he told her she needed to be dunking in those booty shorts. Booty clapping sounds, and everybody, like a lot of women was mad, and we covered this too. But a lot of the men was like, yeah, imagine if them WNBA bitches start, if the WNBA president said no. Now, you know what? Moving forward, y'all going to be doing this shit in bikinis. Niggas will be tuning in. And then you won't have to worry about the women who say they fuck with you, who say they rock with you, but they not watching, they not buying your merchandise, they not showing up to the games, yet y'all still talking about y'all want to get paid more. And Shaq like, nah, if y'all lower the rim and you dunk, people going to tune in. Men is going to tune in. If you cater to the men. And what Jada said, this is the contrast of it on Jada line. He like, he said, trust me, dog. He said, women to cop it. Trust me, dog, the thugs are dove it. Some shit like that. And he was like, nah, women going to buy, but the niggas is going to dub it. Nigga, meaning like you going to not dub, like don't fuck with it. You're going to record and get shit for free. Like you're going to listen to the radio at night and you're going to record. You're not going to buy the album. And he like, nah, the women is going to buy it. Because we know that, at least here in America, I can't really quote no other place. And I've been out the country a few times. And I can't really speak to the economy and how the women is in these other places. But it's even a commercial. We quoted this a few times on the channel where the heavy set woman with the judge suit sitting on is standing there and she looking at the camera and she like, women are bad with money. And then the other lady come on with the face and she like, we need to change that. We need to save it. You know what I mean? Like chopped cheese and king, what's the word? Save it. And they talk about how women are more likely to be in poverty or to not have savings in their later years because they're too busy on Amazon Prime. You're too busy on Tubi. Not Tubi, on what is it, Tubi or whatever the shit to buy and shit. Not Tubi is the streaming service. You're too busy on this. You're too busy. You shopping too much. You know what I mean? So I like a rapping to Allah, brother Katu. You're too busy buying shit. You spending up all your money, you not investing. Shaq like, yo, but the men, if y'all was to do X, Y, Z, they would buy. They would tune in if you was to do this. And she like, nah, we don't want to do that. She was adamant. Like, nah, we not doing that. And so I brought that up to say, she's spinning in the clip, and she been spinning in the clip for a little while now. Somehow, some way, we gonna make it up out the hood. But no, somehow, some way, she keep getting in the spin cycle. Whether it's the connection with Kayla Clark, whether it's this, whether it's, no matter what it is, right? The booty clapping sounds, her coming out wearing certain shit, being at the front row game with Jaylen Brown, etc., right? And in this recent clip that's spinning, Charleston White, he's also a lightning rod. He was on the Jeff Teague's podcast, which we started talking about. And I brought him up because I didn't even know he had a podcast, but everybody got a podcast. So what is it, the 5250 or whatever his podcast is, right? 520 or whatever. He had Charleston White on there. Charleston White has some controversial takes, if you will. And that shouldn't be surprising. So that's not even really the issue, because we know Charleston White to get on, camera, sit on the couch and say, yo, fuck your dead baby. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck them rappers. We know that he'll get on there and say some outlandish shit. And some people will rock with it, and some people won't. They be like, yo, this nigga is foul. This nigga should be taken out back and done dirty, right? Some people feel like that's what should happen to him. You know what I mean? And some people like, nah, y'all can say what y'all want about Charleston. He be talking the truth. I feel like some stuff is a little overboard. You doing it for the views. You got the clout now. You got the celebrityism now. So you don't got to be disrespectful with the dead. But it is what it is, right? It's the internet. The internet is undefeated. So he go in there like, yeah, I want to see these bitches in panties, and she want to be selling buns, and she need to be on OnlyFans, and woo, 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 and And a lot of people was mad. A lot of women was mad. Like, yo, Jeff T podcast, we need to cancel them niggas because they on there talking crazy shit crazy. And I listened to it, I said, damn, they ain't really saying nothing crazy. Jeff T actually apologized, right? He like, yo, no, that's little sis. We ain't trying to stir up the pot and, woo, woo, woo. She came out, and I think I did take a screenshot of that. She came out. She answered. Andrew Reese, that is. Hold on, let me see if I got what she said. It might be in that phone. It might, is it right here? No, here, go right here. So this is what they think. Here's what they think about you. And we always go motherfucking, give Spike Lee his props from Do the Right Thing. And you high-flying, Chinese-eating, basketball-dunking, fast-running hyena. Like, here's what they think about you. You fucking mooly. Like, go back to Africa. Here's what she think about you. She like, 50-year-old man who should be nourishing his grandchildren is out here on the internet talking crazy shit crazy against a successful young black woman. He definitely needs mental checkup, because I think something is really wrong with that old man. They want to put the old in there, and you older, not old. You know what I mean? Life is short. If we only get 80, then if you're gonna live to be 20 and you don't know what age you're gonna die, then 15 is old. Soon as when you get 10, like if you knew, like just a side note real quick, just something to think about. I seen it, I thought it was enlightening, because I said, damn, that's a good way to think about it. So I'll share it with you if you never heard it or you didn't see this on the internet. If you knew you was going to die at 20, right? 10 years old, that's half of your life. You young in life, you only 10 years old, but if you knew you was going to die at 20, the Most High said, listen, I'm taking you back at 20, and you're going to die in a car accident, and you're going to burn up. 10 years old, 8 years old, you living life. Like, nigga, I'm dying at 20. I only got 10 more years. So nobody knows what age they're going to die. And so, yeah, you can say, yeah, you old. You should be more mature. You should be, moving a certain type of way. But I felt like that's just a slight clap, or a slight, like, yeah, I'm this old nigga because I'm young. Yeah, he old, but is he lying, or is he telling the truth? Which one is it? Anyway. He definitely mad because of how successful I became without using my body to do crazy shit. But is that really true, Angel Reese? And I guess Jeff T got what he wanted with the clout that they're getting right now. But guess what? I promise I will make sure there's consequences for this stupidity. I'm reading her words. Oh, Sacramento came through? Yeah, kid, that feeling. My nigga, let me check. Let me check that. What about Denver? Did Denver win? Denver lost. All right, Sacramento came through. I ain't mad. Lakers look like Lakers is up. Sorry, this side note, I got bets going on. My nigga just came through in the chats. We took Sacramento 1 pick tonight. Denver lost. That was the play of the day. Yes. All right, well, we back at square one, really. Really back at square one. All right, cool. She like, yo, it's going to be some consequences for the shit y'all niggas is talking over there. Talking about me, right? And, whether she going to, take legal action or try to get people platforms canceled, as some women are saying, like, yo, he getting on there talking crazy about women. We need to be protected and we can't. Like, listen, people, I feel like certain things do be overboard and overzealous. That's why I said, although I am transparent and I am going to call a spade, it just is what it is on some whole shit. Definitely not going to just get on my channel or no platform. Whether I start popping, niggas call me on some of your favorite platforms to get my take, I won't go on there just to, say some shit to get some buzz or get clout or whatever. And again, he big popping as far as his celebrityism. So he don't even got to get on there and talk about dead people disrespectfully. He don't got to be like calling these bitches hoes and lesbians and really like going in, even if it's true. Some stuff he say, I think, to get a reaction. But nonetheless, a lot of people is mad at Jeff Teague and his platform, the podcast, saying he need to be canceled because he didn't defend or he felt some type of, because he let Charleston White say what he said. My thing is this, though. You said you didn't have to do anything crazy and he's mad because you didn't take your clothes off or whatever, but it is a lot of video, footprint evidence where you got the skimpiest shit on. And I mean, you young. In fact, I just real quickly before we get off this topic, let's get to the next shit. But after they won the championship in college, like I said, I didn't know who she was. I didn't know who Caitlin Clark's was, Caitlin whatever, the white joint. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know who none of them was, right? Because I don't watch college basketball. I don't watch women's sports. Anyway, after the famous, Tony Ayo shit on YouTube, which I'm on a lot because I got a channel, I just started seeing mad of her shorts and reels with her doing a little TikTok dances, got the little skimpy shit on, and fresh out of college, which was 21, 22, so she young, right? So grown men, can see this. And again, that's for y'all to decide. But the little videos, the little skimpiness, and all the little dances, and then it started being more and more. I'm like, damn, why am I starting to see this shit after she won the championship? I'm not following her page, and I'm still not following her, right? It's not on Instagram and all that, but on YouTube, I didn't follow no pages of her. But it just stepped. I'm talking about like it was bombarding. It was bombarding. Angel Reese. Every other video was her doing some type of funny little dance shit. And she young, she's still young for TikTok. But now we see you at Jalen. We see you with Jalen Brown. See you at the front row. We see you with Waka Flocka, who we will be talking about next. See you at the Wildin' Out and, with the little booty shorts and all that. And that's why Shaq, like, yo, if you make a t-shirt or you do XYZ, which you dunk it like the Jordan pose with the booty shorts on, you're going to kill him. And the girl's like, oh, Shaq is out of line. He trying to play the uncle role, but he really want to clap them cheeks and, shit like that. It's like, listen, we not sexualizing you. You sexualizing yourself. Oh, but I should be able to wear what I want. Yeah, you can. Because you can do what you want. This is America, free country. You grown. You know what I mean? Like, you may be young, but you're some keys. You ready, man. You can wear what you want. But you can't tell men, no matter what age they are, that they can't have thoughts, they can't look, they can't lust, they can't, whatever it is. And you can say it's wrong. You're lusting over a 21-year-old and you're 50 years old. That's life. You don't got to like it. You don't got to accept it. But I know probably somebody at a 50-year-old, 40-year-old, whoever you think is disgusting, they're probably not lusting over somebody that's fully clothed. Probably, you know, a woman that got more modesty, more humility. They don't want to come outside, you know what I mean, looking like a plate of food to a bunch of starving animals. You filthy animal. You filthy animal on some motherfucking Home Alone shit. Like, you filthy animal. Yeah, you come outside with the whole print, whole booty cheeks. We can see all the cheeks, like all the cheeks. So as a man who likes women, who loves women, right? I can't have no thoughts about you. I'm a pervert. I'm nasty. I'm foul because I'm looking at you. How does that make me the bad guy? And you can point your finger and say, that's the bad guy. So what that make you? Good? Like, come on. Like, you know what I mean? And so she can say what she want, but who's picking out these outfits for you? And even a gay guy, right? Who I don't know the name of him. I don't know his podcast, but it is a clip of her spending on the podcast with some gay guy. He at first it looked like a woman at first, but then you can see the whole outline of the beard. And I guess he like the Santana dude who want to look like a woman, but you still got the full beard. So it look crazy weird, like you're trying to be feminine, but you still a man, and etc. So you confusing the mind at first, like, what are we looking at? And he like, you know what, I would like to see you in, and she like, yeah, tell me. And he like, more clothes. The gay guy's like, more clothes. And she like, oh, tell me what you want to see me in. And he like, more clothes. I get that you're trying to look cute. And even Jeff Teagan was like, well, she just trying to look more feminine because it is a lot of lesbians and licky and the WNBA. A lot of them are strong. A lot of them are strong. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. That's fine. I'm not into it, so it don't bother me. You know what I mean? The Maya Moores is who I like, you know what I mean? Certain joints, I like them type of joints, you know what I mean? And Angel Reese one of them. She fit in that feminine look. I think she look good, right? Not like the strong ones. So he like, nah, she just really trying to distinguish herself. Are you really? Like, are you really? I mean, Caitlin Clark not out here doing that. She got a whole man. We see them in contrast to the differences. So you really can't be mad at men for being men. Just like a man being mad at a woman for being overzealous, being over emotional, acting out, or, you know, the nature of a woman is the nature. So you can deal with it, is what I'm saying. But for you to be mad, like, nah, like, that's what they do. They're gonna get irritable once a month. Or they're gonna go through some things. They're gonna be overzealous. They might be, you know, dramatic. You just have to take the good with the bad, because God made you one way, they made them one way. And that's why it's hot, cold, it's up, it's down, it's the yin, it's the yang, it's happy, it's sad, it's rain, it's sun. Everything balances out. So that's that. But let's get to this Waka Flocka shit, right? Waka Flocka, guess he was somewhere, I don't know where, you know what I mean? He's spinning in the clip a little bit, and people are getting on him, and he kind of fake swinging back, kind of like, yo, you know what I mean? The internet is running with the fake narrative, the fake story. Y'all run with anything. Y'all believe anything. Do we really? And this is what happened. I guess allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, he got into an altercation with somebody. Niggas just snuffed him, or they snuck him, punched him in the face or the eye. Or maybe they didn't, and he put makeup on. Because that's one of the stories that I've seen that it's not even really true. That he put makeup on. Did I save it? Or it was in my other phone? Thought I took a picture of that, but maybe I didn't. Anyway, he comes out on Instagram, on social media, his own platform, right? Nobody's controlling it. Nobody's creating a narrative. This is coming directly from the source. And they say, if you want something, go directly to the source, right? He like, yo, got into a fight with 10 niggas. Stood 10 toes down and nobody helped me. And then people under the comments start saying, yo, bro, I was there. You ain't get jumped. Niggas ain't violate you. You ain't, you know what I mean? Like, you lying. And then he came out and said, yo, you know, these social media platforms, and nobody hit me up on the back line directly to ask me what was true, what was not true. They just start running with a narrative. And, you know, that's how it shows in this era and in the age we living in, that people could be easily manipulated. People could be easily tricked, and we can. Let's be clear. Excuse me. We can be easily tricked. We can be easily manipulated when you don't check the source. When the source is coming from, you know what I mean? Like when you just running with stuff, retweeting it, re-saying it, you ain't do no fact checking, etc. However, though, Flock, Waka, when the source is you, like Kareem Akbar, you are the true leader of the C&B, and if I'm going down, I'm taking all these niggas with me on some Nino Brown shit. Listen, bro, nobody hacked your page. Nobody came out with a narrative and a spokesman and a publicist, and they spinning the story. You came out with the picture of your eye being black and your nose or whatever it is on the side, took a little shiner, and you're like, yo, I fought 10 niggas, B. Spartacus. I mean, like, you one of the realest. And people like, bro, you ain't fight 10 people. You're lying. And now you mad and you trying to spin the narrative that people are just making up stuff. Fake news, Donald Trump, like, you know what I mean? And, no matter how you view Flocka, he ain't top 5 dead or alive, and that's just off one LP. Let's be clear. But New York, we fuck with you. Queen, stand up. Flocka, we fuck with you. Girl, the way you move it got me in the trail. Like, you see Angel Reese came out there shaking her little booty, right? To the jump off with y'all on stage. And we fuck with, some of Flocka songs, right? Waka Flocka song. See his mom's on Love and Hip Hop and, everybody surrounded. And I know some people that's close to him. Shouts to my nigga Rick. Queen, stand up, right? Shouts to my nigga Rick for real. That's my bro. And that close circle, so it ain't no shade. And we see now, just speaking about rappers, how they morph into other things. And you was a rapper, now you a businessman, you a financial guru. A lot of his new posters that I see talking about finances, talking about, how you can, save money, how you can invest, how you can build, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. And a lot of the stuff that I've seen on finance, the topic, he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right? We need more rappers like that. We need more people in the public eye giving back in a good way as far as beneficial knowledge. And to quote Styles P, every crew got killers. Won't you pull a few Urkels out? And we did a whole show on this. Everybody got killers in their crew, but where's the smart niggas? Where's the investors? Where's the builders? Where's the people that could put a proposal together and go to City Hall or go to the local council or go to the borough president and say, yo, we need X, Y, Z. People that can think, people that can articulate some thoughts and put, shit in motion. We don't have a lot of those people, or so it seems. Everybody just the thugs and the gang niggas and the gangsters and the rappers, but where's the other people? And that's why that line about, every crew got killers, but where's the Urkels at? So when you see a Flocka like, yo, I'm on this wave, there ain't too many people on that wave as far as rappers. You know what I mean? You don't really see too many coming out like, yo, this is what it is. Do this. This is the stocks I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. This is what I invest in. Go get the vending machines. Go do X, Y, Z. You don't see too many. It's like, nah, fuck you, pay me. You see what Fat Joe said? We rich. You know what I mean? Them bum-ass niggas. You know what I mean? Like the FBAs. And that's you, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, and low life. He talking about us, right? We don't see too many people trying to disseminate that type of knowledge. So I was rocking with Flocka. I'm like, nah. He seemed like he turned over a whole new leaf, and he trying to give back game. So I appreciate it. But then when you do something like this, and you come out, and it's not true, do it make a difference if it was one nigga or 10 niggas? Yeah, obviously it make a difference if it was 10 niggas and, you got away unscathed and you came out on top, so you look maybe a little tougher, you may look a little more braver. But you see when Rick Ross got crossed up out there in Canada, them niggas broke ass. Niggas got up out of there. Like, I'm not fighting no 20 niggas. I'm not fighting no 15, 30 niggas. You know what I mean? It's just 3, 4 of us. We not fighting no 12, 30 niggas. We not. We going to get up out of there and try to live another day. And I'm not going to try to get injured or get hurt up with some overzealous people that just want to, cause trouble. Because that doesn't even make sense. I'm a boss. Got a lot of shit to live for. Got a lot of shit going on. Why would I stand there and fight with you when I got security that's getting their ass whipped? Why would I try to fight 10 people? Doesn't even make sense. So it may show a little bravado. Like, yeah, you got, you from Queens, and Queens get the money, long time, no cash. I'm caught up in where the guns go blast. Like, on some Prodigy shit, rest in peace. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we may give you a little extra props. But even if it was 2 or 3 people, cool. We're just happy nothing really ain't happened to you. So the bottom line is, it's not the media putting out false narratives, putting out shit about you. You put it out, bro. You said, y'all fought 10 niggas and nobody helped me, and I stood 10 toes down. You said that. We ain't say that. You said that. So, there's that, right? I didn't realize this shit went on. Talking for a little while. I probably got a couple more topics, and then we're going to get up out of here. Waka Flocka, cut it out, my guy. We ain't making shit up on you. You making shit up on your own. I think we got like 1 or 2 more topics, then we're going to get to, I think that might be it. Let's get to, how long we been on here? Let's get to last week of football. It's the last week of football, week 18. Last week we didn't do that good, and as I said when we was on live, I didn't really study. You know what I mean? I ain't really been on football like that lately. We've been on basketball. Every day we on basketball. Every single day. We did drop our play of the day today. So now we are 11-4. Out of 15 games, 11 wins, 4 losses. And just for transparency, I like to be transparent. What's up, Riri? Happy birthday again. Happy New Year's. My family, Capricorn's in the building. All right, so y'all can see. First YouTube play of the day. We started on the 19th and won the first 4, lost 1. Last game we had Denver today. We lost. Now on Instagram. Yeah, kid. We started on the 19th, and now we down at the bottom. Denver was the play of the day. But we still up. 11-4. It's pretty damn good, if you ask me. But that's basketball, so I only say that to say every day I'm studying basketball, every day we watching basketball, every day we betting basketball. The footballs, now they got the games on Saturday as the end of the year start. Friday, shit is on Netflix now, you know what I mean? So we ain't really been rocking like that, but we will continue the tradition of giving out the picks and going over the games, because this is the last week before we get to the playoffs. So with that being said, let's get to Sunday Funday. Actually, I think it's games tomorrow. It is games tomorrow. So Saturday we got 2 games. Let's get to that, then we out of here, guys. All right, first game up, we got Cleveland Browns at Baltimore Ravens. Ravens giving 20. Like, yo, we know y'all gonna win. Like, y'all giving 20. Like, damn, that's a lot. Ravens, I honestly don't think they should be playing this week. I think they should be resting their players, because they're going to have to play next week in the playoffs. You're not getting the bye. Let me look at their bye real quick. We ain't going to rush the picks. So they just had their bye, week 14. So this would be their 4th game since the bye. So they technically could go full throttle, as opposed to the teams that got the bye week 6, week 7, week 10. So now you still got a long ways to go, and then you don't get the bye, and now you got to play in the playoffs. They played the Browns already. They lost at the Browns on my birthday, October 27th. Yeah, kid. Scorpios, we the best. And they won. They lost 29-24. Let me see who was the quarterback for the Browns. I think it was Jameis Winston. I don't think he's playing this week. Derrick Henry is the second Russian running back besides Saquon Barkley, who is not going to go for the record, by the way. He's going to rest this week, and I think they should rest. I think all the teams that's in the playoffs that's not getting the bye should rest. With that being said, 20 points is a lot. I don't care who quarterbacking for Cleveland Browns, because the thing is this too. Once Baltimore get up, and they probably will be up, when the 3rd quarter starts to wind down, when the 4th quarter starts to kick in, are you still going to be going gun-ho, trying to win the game? And give your all when you got to play next week. You want to get injured, you want to hurt yourself. So, yeah, Baltimore definitely going to win. Are they going to win by 3 touchdowns? They could, but I don't think they're going to go full throttle like that. I don't. So I'm going to go with Cleveland. Next game, Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, another team who's in the playoffs. Cincinnati is not in the playoffs, but they got a chance. They got to win. Then they got to have a whole bunch of other scenarios fall in their favor. Let me see. I know they played already because they're in the same division. All right, so the Bengals lost to Pittsburgh at home, 44-38. So that was a high-scoring game. That was right off the Bengals bye. That was their last loss. Then they beat the Cowboys, Tennessee, the Browns, and the Broncos. They got to beat, again, Pittsburgh, and then they got to hope some other teams lose so they could get in. Bengals going to fight hard as a motherfucker to win. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, I think they're on a 2-game losing streak. They're on a 3-game losing streak. Lost to the Eagles, Ravens, and the Chiefs. They're not getting the bye, no matter what happens. Do I think they want to win the game to go into the playoffs feeling good about themselves? Yes, I do. Are they going to go fully throttle, knowing that they got to play next week? I don't know, but I'm still going to take Pittsburgh just because I don't think they want to lose 4 in a row, and they said they're going to play. So I'm going to go with Pittsburgh, but I won't be surprised if Cincinnati go in there and win. Now let's get to Sunday Funday. Sunday Funday. First game up. Got the Panthers at Atlanta. Atlanta -7.5. Atlanta got to win. Then I think they need Tampa Bay to lose. It's a lot of different playoff scenarios. I don't know all of them. I'm gonna be honest. They played already. If you notice the trend, all of the division games, they playing each other at the end of the season. That's how the NFL been doing it the last few seasons. So the Panthers already played Atlanta. Excuse me. They played Atlanta. They lost to Atlanta 38-20. I think Atlanta wins again. They got to win. I think Atlanta wins. I think they cover. Next game, we got the Washington Commanders at Dallas. Dallas getting 6.5. Washington is in. They in the playoffs. They can't not make the playoffs, even if they lose. I don't know about them beating Dallas by 6.5. Dallas is out of here. They might not bring back Mike McCarthy. He might be out of here. Y'all know what I'm going to say next. Do you ever think about when you out of here, your record deal, video out of here, your job as the Dallas Cowboys head coach, you out of here? I think the Dallas Cowboys will keep it close. They beat the Commanders 34-26. I'm sure the Commanders want to get some get back, but at what cost? You want to get injured. And football is a sport where you can't take it easy. Niggas is hitting hard. Niggas is trying to push you on, block you, smack you around. So you can't be like, we got to play next week, so let's just take it easy. You do got to come out and still go 100%, or you might get hurt. But even with that being said, I think in the back of their minds, we got to play next week. We're going to give our all, and you know what I mean? So I see some players resting, and I see Dallas closing out the season with a win. Even if they don't win, I don't think Dallas is going to lose by a touchdown. I think Dallas is going to keep it close. Next game, Chicago Bears at Green Bay. Chicago is obviously not making the playoffs because they're trash. Green Bay is making the playoffs, and they're going to play next week. They 10-point favorites. And forgive me if I keep going back and checking the scores just to refresh myself. So Green Bay did win 20-19 in Week 11. I think Green Bay wins. I don't think they cover. I think it's going to be a lot of underdogs this week, especially the teams that's not making the playoffs, playing teams that's making the playoffs. I'm going with Chicago. Next game up, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars out on the road getting 3.5 at the Indianapolis Colts. Colts ain't making the playoffs either. Jacksonville ain't making the playoffs. So I'm going to go with the Colts to win in the cover. Next game, Buffalo Bills out at New England. Buffalo is in. They could get the number 2 seed. I think they're the number 2 seed already. I don't really see the need for them to play. They're not getting the bye. They do got Super Bowl aspirations. They're going to be going to the Chiefs no matter how you slice it and dice it. Everything runs through Kansas City. I think Buffalo wins. I think they cover. I think they win. I think they cover. Even though they might rest some players, the over and under is 36.5, so it is low. Next game, Giants. My New York Football Giants. Is New York in the house? Is Brooklyn in the house? Like, New York Giants, you won last week, and I don't know why you won. You fucking up your draft pick instead of getting the #1 seed. Now you might not get it. You got, you know what I mean? Like, I really don't know why you did that. Now you got to go to the Eagles, play Saquon Barkley and them, but Saquon is not going to play. We got like 12 seconds left on this Instagram, then it's going to cut off. I'm probably not going to come back. We're just going to finish off on YouTube, and that's going to be it. Appreciate you for rocking with me. Hit the like button before you leave. When we done on Instagram, you know, they only give you an hour on live, and then that's it. The Giants, I don't know why you won last week. It's kind of like trying not to lose a home game. Like, yo, we don't want to go 0-9 or 0-8 at home. Why? Do you want the #1 draft pick or you don't? I ain't done yet, my nigga. Or you don't. You know what I mean? I see the Eagles winning. Giants ain't trying to win. They ain't gonna try to win. I like the Eagles. Next game up, New Orleans at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay giving 14.5. That is a lot of points, but Tampa Bay need to win, and they need to hope Atlanta loses. So let me just check real quick. Yeah, Atlanta is 8-8. Tampa Bay is 9-7. Correction. All they got to do is win, then they in. Atlanta got to win and hope Tampa Bay loses, then they in. 14.5 is a lot. Last game of the season. Is New Orleans going to try to come in there in your last game of the season and fight? Let me look at their last couple of wins. They lost to the Raiders by 15. Lost to the Packers by 34. I'm going to go with the Bucs. The Bucs going to win clean. And what's the wide receiver name for the Bucs? I think he need like 87 yards or something like that, and he'll be the first NFL wide receiver with 10 straight seasons of like 1,000 yards or 1,100 yards or some shit like that. I'm like, damn, didn't Jerry Rice do that? Nah, he didn't. Next game, Houston at Tennessee. Tennessee giving 1.5. Both of these teams is out. Tennessee is out. Houston is going to rest their players. That's what it's telling you. Houston is in. Tennessee is not. I think Tennessee win. I think Houston will rest their players so they can be fresh for the playoffs. Next game, San Francisco 49ers at Arizona. Arizona giving 4.5. San Fran is out. It was a disappointing season. Arizona, disappointing season. Let me see if they're in the same division. I think they are. 49ers. Arizona beat 49ers at the 49ers, 24-23. I like the 49ers with that 4.5. I like the 49ers. Next game, Kansas City at Denver. Denver minus 10.5. And that's because Kansas City is going to rest all their players, even though they got a bye. They're like, we're going to rest everybody that we can rest so that we could go to the Super Bowl. Denver, they need to win to get in the playoffs. I think Denver wins. I don't think they cover the spread, though. I don't think they cover the spread. Next game, LA Chargers at the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders getting 4.5. Chargers is in the playoffs. I think they will take their foot off the gas a little bit as well. I like the Raiders with the 4.5. Next game, Seattle at the Rams. The Rams +7. Rams in the playoffs. Seattle out of the playoffs, to my knowledge. Rams getting 7. I like the Rams. I think they're going to rest, but they are in the playoffs, to my knowledge. As a matter of fact, real quick, let me look at this real quick. Standings. Is the Rams in the playoffs? The Rams are in the playoffs. Now let me look at the AFC. Should have did that before we started giving out the picks. Yeah. I like the Rams. They're going to rest. Seahawks, they probably going to win, but are they going to win by 7? I doubt it. Miami at the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, this going to be your last game, bro. This might be your last game. Might be your last game. Miami giving 1. Miami is out of the playoffs. Jets is out of the playoffs. I like the Jets. I think the Jets win their last game. They try to fight. You know what I mean? Try to fight and get a victory. The game of the day, the game of the night. Game of the day, game of the night is the Minnesota Vikings at Detroit Lions. Now, both of these teams, this is the best game of the week right here, guys. This is the best. I'm going to be definitely watching. Minnesota is 14-2. Detroit is 14-2. Whoever wins this game, get the number 1 seed. Whoever doesn't, going to have to play next week. And I think you drop to the number 5 seed. So it's going to be tough. Detroit been one of the best teams all season. Last couple of weeks, a lot of injuries to the defense and, you know, a lot of moving pieces. They still been winning, but now you got to win. You at home. Let me just take a quick look at the score that they played them last time. It was a close game. Minnesota lost by 2, 29-31, and that was at Detroit. Vikings is a little more healthier now. You know, I know they will love to get the number 1 seed after the whole season looking up to Detroit. Now Detroit is a little banged up. They're a little messed up. If you win, you got the bye. You good. And everybody going to have to come to your house. For some reason, I think Detroit is going to win. For some reason, I think Detroit needs this game. I think they're going to win. But 3 is a little much because this is going to be a dogfight. So I like Minnesota with the 3. Let's get to some locks real quick. No music. We're just going to get to the locks. We're going to get to the locks. Not from Yonkers, but the locks that get you and me the winner chicken dinner. We going with Tennessee. We going with the Eagles. We going with Indianapolis. We going with San Fran. And we going with Minnesota because I think they need to win. Minnesota, San Fran, Tennessee, Eagles, Indianapolis. That's who I'm taking. Let me know who you like. Let me know what you think I'm bugging out at as far as the sports-wise. Let me know who you putting your money on. But y'all know what it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. First show of the new year. Happy Friday. We live. We rolling. We unscripted. We authentic. That feeling. Back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid.